Okay, great. So it's practically 8 o'clock, and Mamta, can you just look after the admission of people?
Yes, Atman.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that help. All right, hmm, welcome. And I don't know whether I should say congratulations or thank you or um, what for being with me on 31st night. I feel privileged to have so many people, though not physically around me, but virtually around me on this such an important day of our lives together. I remember good old days when we would look after look out for 31st night, and look out for the ways and means to escape and party hard. And I know how we spent the whole night out. And today we are still partying, but in a very, very different way. The meaning of celebration has shifted, at least for me, and probably it's shifted for a lot of you. Today, we are celebrating being alive when so many people have succumbed. We are celebrating having our chosen ones together with us who survived, celebrating the opportunity called life. And we are celebrating the future possibilities. And we are also realizing that we really do not need an occasion to celebrate. Life itself can be a celebration if you really choose that way. So I have chosen this topic strategically for 31st night, especially because I know that life has given us a lot of wounds and a lot of baggage. Should I say life has given, or we have carried from the life? We've also carried a lot of baggage from 2020 as well. We are like that car, you know. If it's overloaded, it slows down. We like that computer. Too much info stored, the functioning gets low. If we are overloaded, emotions related to the past relationships, past traumas, past hurts, past places, we won't be able to move on and move forward very easily and smoothly. Of course, the life goes on, but then the life feels like a burden. Relationships go on, and yet they feel like a burden. You also go on, but at times you feel that you're moving on and moving forward, more or less in a choiceless way. How about traveling light? How about making a choice to carry only what we really want and what we need? We hold on some of the past traumas, setbacks, hurts, betrayals so dear to our heart. I'm saying so dear to our heart because consciously we know we don't need to. Most of us claim that we have never done that because it's at conscious mind level. The heart is ruled by the subconscious mind level. And at subconscious level, we have been carrying forward a lot of traumas, hurts, incompletions, guilts, and regrets. And that eventually rules our life. If we could free ourselves from the moment to moment and be very selective related to what we want as a companion, we can beautifully keep moving on from one moment to another moment. However, certain emotions, certain feelings remain with us like that garbage under the carpet, and we don't even do spring cleaning or Diwali cleaning for that. Today, it's time for us to recognize that and bid goodbye. So, when you say goodbye to friends, relatives, our old places of residence, we also need to say goodbye to every day, every moment, because every moment, every new day, every new month, every new year, every new decade gives you a fresh new opportunity to live life differently than what you have been living so far. Would you like to take that opportunity? Would you like to make the best out of the future possibilities? And if you really would like to do that, it's imperative and it's important that you appropriately close your past. People often move from one place to another. They physically leave places, but their energies often remain stuck. For example, your childhood home, where you spent such beautiful days, or maybe some traumatic days. You may just leave that house, and yet it's very fresh in your memory as if you're still there. You keep visiting energetically. And if that is the case, you're not available 100% in the now. How are you going to enjoy being in the place that you are? We often leave behind relationships, but do we really leave them behind? We carry the attachments, we carry the incompletions, we carry the anger, grudges, hatred, or love, and we move on and embrace another relationship. But do we really do that? Are we really available 100% to the next relationship? Are we able to be 100% who we are in that moment, wherever we are? Perhaps not. Does that mean that you have to forget what happened in the past? I'm sure you don't have to. The memories are not the problem. Your emotions and your beliefs related to those memories are perhaps your stories that needs to be resolved. Happy emotions, which exhilarates and excites and inspires you to live your life fully. Let them be with you. They become like your fuel. You know, fuel also adds to the weight of the vehicle, but that fuel is necessary because that inspires you to move on and move forward. But excess luggage can slow your vehicle down. You might need more fuel to push your vehicle forward. Body is that vehicle. Your mind also is that vehicle which is not seen. and the soul is traveling. We need to feel featherlight moment to moment, from day to day, year after year. And that's possible if you keep closing your files. Now, that sounds a little technical and more like a jargon. So, what is it to close the files? When we are closely associated with anything, it could be just visiting a restaurant and eating a sumptuous meal and falling in love with a particular food item, and you love that taste. Every time somebody makes that dish once again, your memories go back to that restaurant and say, hey, it's good, but it's not as good as that particular food item. So you're eating pastas on your dining table, and yet you are partly there in that restaurant, remembering the experience of eating pastas there. Is it bad? No, I wouldn't say that. However, you're not 100% here even to enjoy your pastas served on your own dining table. Enjoy. Enjoy your life and complete that experience. Relish those memories, but don't carry them on and on in a manner which interferes living life 100% in the moment. So, how do you complete? You can complete all the moments appropriately and continue remaining neutral. If you want to really die well, you need to live well. Because if you have not lived well, you may not be able to die well. Same way, if you want to complete, you need to completely live that occasion. Live that occasion as if this is the occasion and there is no future, there is no past. When you've lived that, you will have no regrets, no incompletions, and no attachments because you've completed that. But what happens most of the time? Things like simply eating this pastas. You're eating pastas, you're enjoying, you're relishing, but your thoughts are in the future. Oh, would I get this delicious pastas back when I'm eating at home? Or you're comparing pastas with something that you've eaten in the past, or regretting that, oh my God, I won't be able to visit this restaurant pretty often. And what if I don't get that pastas again? Now, this kind of attitude may not be able to make you fully enjoy what you're eating in that moment. And when you can't do that, you're leaving behind some incompletions, some desires, and that desires creates further incompletions, and the life goes on. So, what's the remedy? Three things: complete, resolve your regrets, and resolve your guilts. If you have regrets, you have desires. If you have guilt, you have a need to punish yourself in some or the other way or deprive yourself. If you have incompletions, there is a need to complete. Now you would be wondering, how do I complete with places which I can't visit ever? How do I complete with people who have left me forever? How do I complete with events that has happened in the past? To complete, you don't have to necessarily go and visit that person or a place or that experience in a physical way. The incompletion is there in your mind. You have to go deep down in your subconscious mind to complete the incompletions and close the open folders. You've kept some of the folders open, and that's why you have incessant memories related to your past. You've kept some folders open, and that's why you still have emotions attached to the past. If you can be in joy and in bliss and talk about all that has happened in the past, good, bad, ugly, horrible, these are the levels you have given. But when you complete, you can joyously describe that and still be in bliss. My first such experience of meeting a person like this was in a workshop setup. I remember there were 30 people in the room, men and women. A young lady of, say, 36, and we were talking about unpleasant experiences and how one can systematically come out of it and grow beyond them. She said, when I was young, I was repeatedly raped by my uncle. And the story continued for a long time. Today, I've healed to an extent where I can sit next to him and have my dinner and not get affected at all. For a woman to be able to share this in public and have no emotions attached and remain neutral, I would say that's the closure. That's the closure that we need to bring in to everything that has happened in our life. People often talk about how so and so has terribly ruined my life, or how I was messed up because of so and so, or how I was troubled in a typical way by my boss, or my mother in law, or my brother in law, or my siblings, or my cousins, or my husband, or ex husband. My question would be, when did they do it? 5 years back? 10 years back? 20 years back? Probably they did it then. You're still troubling yourself by carrying them with you. Who's troubling whom? Who's victimizing whom?
ಅರ್ಧ ಗಂಟೆ 9 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ.
Who's hurting whom? So it's very important to let go and let flow. Easier said than done, right? Some people spend lifetime and yet they find it difficult to do that. And for some people, it's simply a way of life. What's the difference? The difference is a pure decision to live life fullest and 100%. Only when we choose to live life fully and 100%, we choose to let go of all that which hampers the experience of life. We need to go back and be that child. The child falls down, cries for a while, and forgets about the injury and starts playing again. We also fall down, we also get hurt emotionally, physically. But we are now grown up. How can I forget? How can I let it go? The first thing first, we think that forgetting is equal to forgiving and letting go. No, the memory remains. What hurts us is not the memory, it's the emotional charge. So let go of the emotional charge. Let the emotions be experienced in that moment. Feel the grief, feel the hurt, feel the sadness. Let yourself feel that. And when you complete that experience, you move on to the next. Avoid sitting in the judgment and say, hey, you know, now I'm a grown up person. I can't be feeling jealousy. Now I'm a spiritual person and I can't be angry. Now I'm a healer and I can't sit and brood. But if you're feeling, you're feeling. If you ignore, reject, or keep aside that feeling, you're pushing things under the carpet. It's getting stored like a soda water bottle, just waiting for the lid to open so that it comes like a push, and you can be surprised when it really erupts. And you wonder, where was this all these whiles? I don't think I had it in me. I don't think I was ever angry. I don't think I had so much of sadness and tears stored in me. We have mastered the art of ignoring our feelings. We have set a benchmark for our output or outlook or our response system. And if anything is not aligned to that benchmark, we often do not let ourselves express, forget express. We don't even acknowledge that. And when you start unpeeling, those folders open because they're waiting to be opened. And they feel a little ugly, they look a little ugly because all of a sudden you get present to the emotions which you never thought were yours. However, they need to be out. They are like those wounds. When you hide them, cover them, wrap them up, they'll fester. So the very first thing is to recognize how you feel and how you felt. Have courage to do that. We have now techniques to be able to handle if unpleasant emotions surface up. It's not by suppressing them again, it's by recognizing them once again. You will be able to rise beyond them. All that those emotions want you to do is just recognize. It's such a powerful word. The moment you recognize, your attention goes. And when your attention goes, your healing potentials gets directed to those emotions. And at times, simply recognizing them can be so beautifully therapeutic. Probably I'll show you one of the demonstrations if anybody volunteers. So recognize them. Secondly, dissociate the emotions from the person. It's not that we love or hate a person, we love what we felt like when we were or we are with that person. We hate what you felt because of the presence of that person. So hatred is also ours, anger is also ours, irritation is also ours. However, we often associate all those emotions with a person or a place or a possibility. And you either get attached to or you often want to reject that place or possibilities or a person. So when you learn to dissociate, you rise beyond the need to run away from or need to get attached to or need to hold on to that person or a place or that event. Because what you suffered from or what you enjoyed was yours, your response. It was you. We often get attached to certain people because once upon a time you were in love. You had such happy, pleasant memories. The more you crave for those pleasant experiences, the more you remain attached to that person, forgetting that every relationship changes from the moment to moment. What you experienced in a relationship in the past was the experience of the past. That was your choice of experiencing. That was your reaction. That was your response. What you're experiencing in the now is also the same relationship, but you're looking at it in a different way. And you're not attached to a person or a particular event or a place. You're actually attached to that experience which remained incomplete then. And you're still yearning to go back and feel and relive that experience. If you can understand that, you will let go of the attachment to an individual or an event or anything that is material. And you would understand that if you could create that experience, then you can create it anytime if you can dissociate your experience with the external factors, whatever that external factor could be. thing that you need to do is stop worrying about future. Now it's so easy to say, then done. Worries are in fashion at times. They're also a part of certain associations. So if you've seen your loved ones worrying, you very naturally tend to worry. We all know that being worried doesn't really help anyone, not even you. Still, we worry about money. We worry for our children, their academics. We worry for our parents. So worry has become a part of our life. So every time there is a thought that is worrisome, at least recognize. I'm not saying ridicule yourself for doing that. I'm not saying that don't worry at all. In fact, it's pretty irritating if you're actually worried and somebody says, don't worry. Oh, but how do I not worry? No. We're intelligent beings, but still we have a habit of clinging on to emotions and emotional responses, which are practically meaningless. And one of them is the habit of worrying. So recognize that you're worried and bring yourself back to this moment. Because if you worry, you're going to live the current moment incomplete. For example, right now, you're listening to me and you're worried about your dinner or the night party, or what would your relatives say after this meeting that on such a beautiful day you are listening to some stupid woman. Now, all those thoughts will not let you listen to this conversation correctly. And this moment will be marked as incomplete moment in your mind for the future reference. So when you're worried about future or worried for future and you're holding on to the past, you're not living this moment correctly and 100%. And you are setting up yourself for further incompletions and regrets. And trust, a lot of us spend an entire lifetime going from moment to moment, day after day, year after year, decades after decades, being incomplete, feeling incomplete. All you need to do is just open up to the possibilities of being in the now 100%. And when you do that, you will be able to beautifully close your past and help yourself out of all future concerns and worries. And when you start living 100%, being in the now, life will be a beautiful series of moments which are complete. And when you live feeling complete, being complete, when I said live, it's LIVE. So when you live feeling complete and being complete, you will be able to leave feeling complete and being complete. They say the art of dying well is actually indeed the art of living well. So every moment, the old you is dying. Every moment, the new you is getting born. Why would you not close your past so that you can die well every moment and reborn well every moment? So that's the food for thought today. So over to you. I'm open to questions. And then we'll have a short meditation.
Atman, Manju Jain has raised a hand.
Yes, Manju, listening.
Hello, Aatmn.
Hi.
I want to ask, as you said, आपने बोला है कि हमारा माइंड जो एक्सपीरियंस पे फोकस करना चाहता है बजाय उस आदमी के पोजेशंस एंड ऑल जो आपने सब बोला है वो बहुत ज्यादा मुझे रेजोनेट कर रहे हैं अचानक से मैं वही उसके बारे में बोल सकती हूँ कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है
श्योर श्योर बताओ।
ओके एक्चुअली क्या हो रहा है कि मेरे हस्बैंड 50 इयर्स के हो गए हैं मैं 40 नहीं 54 एंड आई एम 49 तो क्या हो रहा है 2 साल से उनको ना कमर में पेन है
हाँ,
तो एक्चुअली हमारे थोड़े रिलेशंस अब थोड़े वैसे नहीं रहे हैं इतने अच्छे तो उसके लिए मुझे एंगर आता है तो वही मैं आपको कर रही थी कि मेरा माइंड इसका मतलब उसको दोबारा से एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहता है
हाँ जी।
तो मुझे अभी लगा तो लेकिन जब वैसे मुझे एंगर आता है तो फिर मैं उसे दबा भी लेती हूँ कि शायद मैं गलत हूँ क्योंकि वो कहते हैं कि मेरा मन नहीं है जो भी है तो मुझे फिर गुस्सा तो आता है पर मैं उसे रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं कर रही गुस्से को
यस।
तो उससे मेरी कोई फिजिकल सिम्टम्स मुझे आ रहे हैं जैसे 7-8 महीने से मुझे रियोमेटिक अर्थराइटिस फिर से आ गया है उसके सिम्टम्स मुझे और माउथ में ना एक ऐसी फीलिंग होती है स्क्वीजिंग फीलिंग होती है बहुत
राइट।
तो वो हमेशा रहती है तो मैंने एक एफसी में कराया था तो उन्होंने बोला कुछ ना हेट्रेड फीलिंग है आपकी ये लाइक
हाँ,
इस तरह से तो जो आपने अभी बोला कि हेट्रेड फीलिंग होती है तो मुझे एकदम से लगा कि ये तो जस्ट मेरे साथ हो ही रहा है बिल्कुल अभी
राइट।
तो उसके लिए मुझे क्या करना है फिर सॉल्यूशन के लिए
ओके, मैं बताती हूँ, सॉल्यूशन बताती हूँ।
ओके
थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग दिस।
थैंक यू
या एंड आप मैं बता दूँ आप अकेले नहीं हो। इसी तरह से काफ़ी लोग रिस्पॉन्स करते हैं और इसी तरह से हम करते आए हैं, लेकिन ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जैसे करते आए ऐसे ही करते रहे, है ना? हर घड़ी हमारे लिए एक चुनौती है और एक मौका भी है। हम चाहे तो बदल सकते हैं।
हनी आपने अब जो एक पॉइंट मेरे माइंड में अचानक से उठा है तो वो एकदम परसेप्शन ही बदल गया है उस चीज को देखने का ना सिचुएशन का एकदम से
सही
कि
बात है।
मैं जिस थॉट को लेके चल रही थी वो तो एकदम ही उल्टा ही हो गया है अब एकदम ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे
तो बाद
आपकी
में कोई फ़र्क पड़ जाए तो बहुत बड़ी बात है।
नहीं नहीं पड़ गया है एकदम से देखने का ही वो पड़ गया है
आई एम सो ग्लैड। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू
Can I come in, Atman?
यस प्लीज़।
Yeah, this is Garima. Good evening, Atman. Thank you for raising such beautiful thoughts. So, as I said, like, you all have some incidents of the past which bother you, and I have been overlooking them for last so many years. Like, and all of a sudden, I have this issue of storing weight. And I also developed knee pain, which despite being an athlete and all the mental and physical capability, I'm not able to shed. And what happens, though I have forgiven, I think I have forgiven, I don't look at that, but one trigger and everything comes back.
Yes,
So,
this is what I call push effect. Push in
so,
the
so
sense.
the other thing, why this started, once I started, I was not into the healing world. I was joyously living. Once I started the healing,
Hmm.
all this has come out. Now I am confused whether to get into the healing or leave it and move forward joyously as I was. Because it what is the point of bringing that? See, I'm 50 today, and I have lived more than half my life.
Yes.
If I dig into all that, what had happened, what's the point? I don't want to look at it. But when you say self work and self love and all those things, go and close the file, which means they were closed already. I mean, I never looked at that. For me, they were closed. I really think I never opened those files. But when you do, they say you relate to an incident, you go back, and then it comes back. So I'm kind of in a,
I will give your answers. I know you're so right when you're saying that, because I know a lot of people said, I'm happy, I have no problems, but my body is hurting.
yes,
My muscles are hurting, my joints are hurting, I get frequent headaches, I get, indigestions, but I'm very happy. Okay, so these are the people who put it under the carpet, and the carpet starts looking uneven and ugly. Okay. And somebody has to poke, then it comes out like bush. Till then, they are happy, right? And then they realize, so they pack it up once again because they can't handle it. So they have found a mechanism to store it underneath the body, and they find it difficult to recognize because they have been de-recognizing all throughout, right? So there are two kinds of people who are very good at handling their emotions and feelings. And there are some people who are not good at handling emotions and feelings. So they are very good at storing it in their body.
yeah,
And then the body starts suffering. Okay.
right, right,
So it's completely up to you. If you want your body to feel relieved, you need to bring it out one thing at a time and not like a bush effect. Very proactively, spend half an hour every day and do it in a way which doesn't hurt you at all.
okay,
Or even if it hurts, it would be just a small little emotional, kind of upheaval for that moment, but in your personal, private space. And you can do that. That's one of the reasons now I encourage people to do self healing regularly rather than um, creating a system where people have to keep going to the healers. Why and when should you go to a healer? When issues are very, very deep, the hurts are very, very deep. That's when probably you need help. Sometimes you may need because you can't see yourself very well. So you need somebody else to be able to help you see what you can't see for yourself.
right,
After recognizing all that, a lot of work, almost 70-80% of the work, you can do it for yourself. And the
right,
remaining 20, maybe you can take help.
right,
So that's one of the reasons we have now mentoring and membership program rather than preparing healers.
right.
So because there's so much of need to heal, not because I'm just a healer, that's what I'm saying, but I've become healer now out of conviction that there is a need for healing. And the way we are projecting or the way we are promoting, I'm not saying marketing promotion, I'm just kind of promoting the idea of healing as one of the methods to raise your consciousness.
Yeah,
And once you raise the consciousness, everything feels trivial from there. And then healing becomes effortless. It just happens. It's like that ladder which takes you to the top. And from the top, when you see and have an overview, nothing seems to be significant enough.
mm,
And when you learn to live with that consciousness, the need for regular healing goes down. Okay.
mhm,
And you have a way to remain very aware. So, for example, you hated, say, person XYZ for doing whatever he or she did to you. As you start healing, the insight comes that, oh, it was pre planned and pre designed in such a way that I get troubled by that person. So healing happens in several ways. So you first forgive that person, okay? You forgive forcibly because somebody told you to forgive. So that forgiveness is, I will not take revenge. That kind of forgiveness. I will not hurt that person. Okay. I will not get into the power game. Okay. Then I will be able to relate to that person without getting affected or hurt. So next level of consciousness. Then a next level of consciousness where I can communicate without emotional charge. Then the next level of consciousness, you understand why the whole drama unfolded and what role you played so that that person had to do whatever he or she did to you. So you can see the whole facets very well, and that's another level of consciousness. And then you go to a level of consciousness where you understand that nobody hurt you. It's you who chose to play the hurt one. And it happens step by step and in a gradual way.
So I think I'm on the last two. Somewhere I'm dwindling between the last two.
I'm sure.
Yeah, honestly, I mean it,
Yes.
because I like, hate is too strong a word. I don't hate anyone. So even the person who I feel has wronged me, it's okay. I mean, let go, move on.
Yes. So my recommendation would be to apply healing for your awareness, for consciousness development. Okay. Not as a matter of fixing anything.
Right.
Yeah. If you are busy fixing, it is like killing the flies.
Okay.
Okay. But once the flies are cleared, then you'll see, oh, there was a drop of honey which was attracting flies.
Right.
Okay. So just handle honey drop very well. Okay. The flies will go. But initially, you might have to dispel few flies to be able to see that drop of honey.
Right. So I've not understood the divine game, like that is what the lesson is missing somehow.
Yes. Have you been exposed to radicals? And I can give you the right affirmation for that.
Yes, please. I've been exposed to, I did the karma clearance. I was, yeah. So,
What you need to do is just think of a particular incident that happened and say, my unawareness of the divine game,
my,
my
uh, um,
unawareness of the divine game is my soul.
my unawareness.
Huh.
Hmm.
Of the
My
divine
unawareness
of the divine game
okay.
or the divine plan,
Okay.
or the word that we say is my unawareness of the brilliance in the whole plan.
Okay.
So when you understand the brilliance, you suddenly stop hurting. Hurting so much that the body stops hurting so much.
My unawareness of the brilliance in the divine plan. Yeah.
Also, I would recommend you learn a little bit about radicals, not for fixing anything, to enhance your awareness. So every body part tells you to change your attitude. Okay. So, for example, what part of the body is hurting right now?
Arundhati, please kindly unmute yourself, Arundhati.
Mamta, just mute everybody except one person. I'm muting all. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, unmute and speak, please.
Yes, you were saying that I need to be aware about the radical.
Yeah, I mean, you may not learn the entire curriculum, but it's taught in level 2, and now I'm going to integrate even in the app. It's there in the app somewhere, I think. Yeah. So you need to just figure out, or it's written in Radical Crystalline Mind book. So I'll give you a quick demo if it works immediately. Let's see. Which part of the body is hurting right now?
Uh, so I have this issue of weight, which refuses to leave,
Mm-hmm.
despite the best of efforts, and I'm seeing that there is a resistance. there is a resistance in me which is not allowing it to go. Though my every cell is craving to lose weight, I have put my life on hold because of that.
Okay. Now that will not be a part of immediate shift. So
Okay. So yeah, my knee, Aatmn, my knee hurts bad.
which part of the knee, right or left, and which side of
Right knee,
upper side, lower side, or inner or outer side?
just below the kneecap on the inner side.
On the inside. Okay. So now this is something that tells you that you need to allow intimacy with an attitude of surrender.
Hmm.
Okay. Intimacy may not be just always sexual. It could be emotional intimacy, social intimacy, or intimacy in a relationship with someone.
Hmm.
Okay. If somebody has hurt you and you have kind of walled up, which is more likely, uh, as your body is trying to gain extra layers to create a more of a buffering and cushioning for you.
Right.
Yeah. So all you need to do is I surrender and give myself permission or permit myself to be intimate.
Hmm.
Just say it and see how it feels.
Okay. I
I,
give myself permission to be intimate.
I surrender and permit myself to be intimate.
I surrender and
Permit
permit
myself
myself to be
with
intimate. I
putting your,
surrender.
you don't have to announce that person's name.
Okay.
Okay. I surrender
And I surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I surrender and permit myself to be intimate.
How much is the knee pain right now?
Let me just check with movement. It's there, Aatmn.
How much? 0 to 10, how much?
Oh, it is 9, almost 9.
9? Okay. Say it 7 times. Let's see. I surrender. I totally surrender.
I totally surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I totally surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I totally surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I surrender and permit myself to be intimate. I totally surrender and permit myself to be intimate. Seems to have gone.
That's what. This is what I'm saying that your
But it
body.
always comes back, Aatmn.
That's fine. That means you haven't yet surrendered. So it's a reminder. And when you will learn to follow your body's instructions, your body will not hurt you.
Do I keep repeating this?
Yes, till the time it gets applied in your life, where you'll be able to go through your intimate relationships with an attitude of surrender.
Okay, this is a bit confusing because I was always in surrender mode. Always. I'm the one who hardly judgmental and I always given with all my heart. Anyone who knows me says you're all heart.
Perfect. But your body is endorsing.
Yes.
Yeah. So no argument on that. Right?
Thank you, Aatmn.
Body won't lie. Okay. Your conscious mind can cheat you, but not your body. I trust body more than anything else. It's an amazing consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love to you, Aatmn. Much love, much heart. Thank you.
Have a great year ahead. Okay. Be with this affirmation and write it for 21 times for at least 3 months and keep saying even during the day. And a lot of shifts will come in your life. Yeah.
I surely will.
All right.
I'll come back to you with this.
All
Thank
right.
you.
But you'll have to remind me because the moment session is over, I forget. So just
I
remind me the
will.
reference.
I'll make sure. I'll make sure. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Okay, whoever shares, including you, this recording goes on the network again. Okay, so only share what is possible for you to share with people. if something is very personal, avoid sharing on this platform because a lot of people are watching and a lot of people ask for this recording. So it's best that you maintain your own privacy and share accordingly. So that's my request. Thank you so much for opening up. And when you share, you have no idea that it's not only you, a lot of people are healing along with you. So thank you so much. Okay, so next person, yes. See,
Atman,
hmm? Yes.
sorry, Atman, I wanted to, okay, I wanted a healing for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he's not into radical, but I have done couple of affirmations and readings for him. And could you please talk with him and help him out? He's got a certain pain in his armpit. Can
Right.
you do that, please? You want the video to be on, or is it okay?
Sorry?
You want the video to be on, or is it okay
No,
if the
no, it's
video?
okay. There's no need for video. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm listening to you. You
Thank you.
see,
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll give it to my brother now. Thank you so much, Atman.
you're most welcome. Let me see if I can really help him out. Yeah.
Right. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
So, I like my sister said, I am having a little abscess on my right arm under or in my armpit, and it started very recently after I came back home to Delhi.
Mm,
So, according to my sister, this might be some emotional or mental stress because of which this is happening. So,
What's your name?
Akhilesh.
Akhilesh, who's very possessive about you?
Uh, I really don't know. I think no. I think my sister to a certain extent.
Yeah, if she's so worried, probably.
Yeah. Right.
So just say, I forgive myself for making somebody feel very possessive about me. Oh, you know the person, you don't have to name it, okay?
Right. I
Forgive myself. How
I
much
forgive
pain right
myself.
now?
Sorry.
How much is the pain right now?
The pain is comparatively less because I showed it to a doctor and he said it's an abscess. I'm actually a little bit more scared because he said that it might be cancer.
Ah,
So I would have to go to a test on Monday, and after
you
that everything
can
would
go
be
for it, but
so
most cancers are not painful right in the beginning.
okay. That's really that's a very nice thing to
Most
hear.
cancers go unnoticed unless they're on nerves or something, but most
Right.
of them they go unnoticed uh, for the better part of your their beginning. Like
Okay. All right.
it's painless most of the time.
Okay. Okay. That's really helpful.
Right now. I'm also from medical fraternity, and we've been trained to think of the worst possibilities and then come to the simpler possibilities. So,
Right. Okay.
that's practically because of the medical legal issues also, because if you miss out a diagnosis, you can be sued for missing out.
Right. Exactly.
That's
Yes.
one of the reasons. So it's
Okay.
okay. Yeah, but you can be cool. So, how much is the pain right now on a scale of 0 to 10? I know you've taken painkillers or antibiotics. It's fine, but still, let's see.
Um, I think around 3 or 4.
No problem. Just say, I forgive myself. I arfai my guilt of creating,
I
uh,
arfai my guilt of creating.
my guilt for attracting possessiveness.
I arfai my guilt of attracting possessiveness.
Hmm.
I arfai my guilt of attracting possessiveness. I arfai my guilt of attracting possessiveness. I arfai my guilt of attracting possessiveness. I arfai my guilt for 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 attracting possessiveness.
Are you feeling any sensations anywhere, especially armpit, anything?
Not really, no.
The pain.
There was one affirmation that my sister did for me, and when I said that, at that point of time I felt a little
Fine.
sensation.
Anjana?
The affirmation that she told me was, I intend and invite others to accept me the way I am.
Awesome. Okay.
So when I said that, initially I felt something in my armpit, but yeah, I try to repeat it as many times in a day as much possible.
Okay. Akhilesh, let me just check. Huh?
Right.
I'm checking with the app right now. Oh, right respect chakra. Okay.
And just one more thing, I think there's I with my right side of the body I face a lot of issues, like with my right knee I usually have ligament rupture, couple of times I've already had.
Hmm.
Then I also hurt my right wrist. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of things happening on my right side of the body. So
Yes.
can
Right side of the body is related to your attitude towards receiving.
okay, so can it be something related to
Recognition chakra. Okay. Somebody is upset with you.
is it? I think many people.
Okay. Why would they get upset? What is common amongst that?
Different people, different aspect, as in if I talk about my
No,
at
no,
my
no.
home.
I will tell you. Let's not open
Okay,
up. Wait.
okay, right.
Next. So I'm asking why would people get angry with him and what's common? I'm just checking.
Hmm.
Let resources chakra. Kilesh, you effectively apply and channelize and distribute the resources. You probably give a lot of hope and may not be able to fulfill that. And that angers people. You build expectations and may
Okay,
not be able to cope up. Is that the story?
in some cases might be.
Hmm. The resources could be anything, huh? Love, affection, company, attention, all sorts of. It's not
Right,
always
right, okay,
because unknowingly, knowingly, you might be creating expectations, and
okay, right,
that people cling on or hold on to you to get that. That might get a little stifling, and some of them might be feeling angry.
right, okay.
Can you relate to that?
Kind of, because there have been many instances where it's like many of times it happens that I keep giving support, I keep giving support, I keep giving support, and then at one point of time I'm like, dude, you keep repeating the same thing again and again, and I just reach that saturation point and I just cut off, that's it.
It's happened recently.
Yes, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I forgive myself for cutting off after giving some expectations, some hope.
Okay, I forgive myself
For
after
cutting off.
cutting for
I
cutting off.
for cutting off
I myself for cutting off
after creating hopes.
after creating hopes. I forgive myself for cutting off after giving hope.
Just say I forgive myself for cutting off and making somebody angry.
I forgive myself for cutting off and making someone angry. I forgive myself for cutting off and making someone angry. I forgive myself for cutting off and making someone angry.
You know who's that person. So in your mind, be clear on that person. Okay.
Right. I forgive myself for cutting off and make someone else angry. I forgive myself for cutting off and make someone else angry. So should I reconnect with that person? Does as in how, because I feel connecting with that person really drains me a lot emotionally and spiritually and physically.
No, you don't need to, but you just have to forgive yourself.
Right. Okay. I forgive myself for giving hope and not, no,
Yes.
standing up to the mark. Right. I forgive myself for giving hope and not standing up to the mark. I forgive myself for giving hope and not standing up to the mark. I forgive myself for cutting off and not stand for giving hope and not standing up to the mark.
Mm. And is your body responding in any way?
Not really.
Pain?
No.
Okay. So be with this affirmation for 21 times, and
Okay.
probably Anjana will help you do R5 related to that. Okay. If
Okay.
you
Sure.
will come, you need to just see how your need to be needed gives subconscious signals where people start using you, exploiting you. Yeah.
Right.
And the game that at some level, subconscious level, you're playing. Okay. To it's kind of a very subconscious game to people kind of dependent on you, and when it gets overwhelming you just move on, move out, and then people feel frustrated because they don't expect you to do that, and the whole game would keep going on. Okay, so
Right. Okay.
look at the deeper reasons behind that.
Right. Okay.
It's already an existing inflammation and infection. It will take a little more time, but this awareness will help you handle it in a much better way.
Right.
Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Akhilesh.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your assistance and guidance. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Anyone?
Yeah, may I? This is Rani here. Oh, see. Hello.
Yes, I'm listening, Rani. Hmm.
Yeah, I have this pain in my left arm, like it's shoulder, I believe, and it's there past 4 to 5 months now.
Frozen shoulder. Okay.
Yeah,
And how much can you lift right now?
I can like lift, but if I turn it towards backside,
Uh,
yeah, I can. Yeah,
okay,
just a
it may
moment.
not be frozen shoulder, but anyway, how much is the pain?
See, when I turn it backside and take it behind,
Hmm.
I feel a pain, like it really hurts.
Uh-huh. When you take it behind,
Yeah,
right?
when I take it behind like this.
What is it that you wouldn't want to contribute?
In the sense,
Is there something that you're reluctant to contribute recently? What's your name?
my name is Rani.
Ah, एक second. Huh?
Mm. No, I'm doing everything I should be doing, and that needs to be done. I'm doing all that.
Okay, let me see. Left assertion chakra. Okay. So is there something or a situation where you're refraining yourself from asserting?
Uh, can't think of anything.
Okay, let me give you another clue.
I'll just tell you that it was worse. Now, like I have been exercising and it has come down, but it is still there. It is not going. It is there.
See if I can help you with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a minor thing, it should go immediately. If not, maybe a little more work needed. As I said, now I don't see healing as something fixing, but generating awareness.
Yeah.
Just knowing yourself through your problems, and the moment you kind of get aligned very well, the body gets aligned very well. Or
Right.
for that matter, anything. Right, smart, detour, chakra. Okay. right resource chakra. Hmm. So, Rani, there is something that is due to you and you're supposed to be getting, and somewhere you are not really getting the way you should be getting, or you're not open, or others are not giving, whatever. And you need to be assertive about getting that. If you assert, it will be easier for you.
Like I like get my things done like whenever I wish I get it done and
Let me see, I'll give you a clue further.
yeah.
Think of the moments when you started this pain. Was there something that you were to get and you didn't, or something related to receiving?
Whatever I have desired for or wished for, I have already like I have done it, and I usually do it. I don't keep my wish list
Somebody is
like.
not giving you the due gratitude or credit.
So I cannot expect like I have to be like doing, and people they don't uh, feel they don't acknowledge it is absolutely fine with me. I'll do my response whatever I am responsible for. I'll do it, and it is okay
Body
for people to.
consciousness is telling you that you need to remain open to receive the gratitude and thank you.
Okay.
Be assertive about it.
Okay.
Okay. So now just tell yourself, I affirm
Yeah.
that I I remain assertive
Yes.
about my need to
Yes.
receive gratitude. You can add your own words, no problem. You can modify them.
Okay. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I
Huh?
remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude. I remain assertive about my need to receive gratitude.
What's
I
happening
remain,
with
yeah, it's better.
that? Your body is endorsing that.
Yeah,
Okay? So I know it's not your need. Okay. But
so, yeah,
remain open and remain even assertive, proactively receive gratitude, create space where people can say thank you.
okay, okay. Thank you so
The
much.
child, children say thank you, Bolo.
Yeah, you are right. Somewhere I feel very awkward when people say thank you to me for something I have done for them. Uh, I feel that that was my need to do something for them, and so I need not be thanked for such things.
Yes, so now you got the lesson. Your body will remind you. I'm not saying that the pain will vanish overnight. It may or may not. Okay. But it would be a reminder, okay, baby, it's okay to receive great gratitude, and it's okay to be assertive about your need to at least get that recognition and say thank you when
Yeah,
you're doing things for others. Okay.
yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
May I? May
I'm
I? I'm
uh,
Hutokshi.
Hi, Hutokshi. Just a second.
Yeah.
Praful, I read your message. Please contact Shazia or admin to have the access to Radical app. It's there and you're entitled to it. You have to register yourself first and just click on the ERI folder and register, and we'll make sure that you have access to the app, right? Or raise the question in the group that you are in and we'll facilitate that.
Atman, after Hutaksi, there are three people who have raised their hands. So kindly.
Yeah, I wish I could go on and on, but our time is till 9:30, and I wanted to take you all through a small meditation. And we have this program every Thursday. So do join. If I can't respond right now, we'll catch up next Thursday. Okay. So yes, Hudakshi. Hi.
Yeah, I've had a pain in the base of my left thumb on the
Mm-hmm.
palm side. And I never realized how very, very important the thumb is. You can't hold a plate. You can't hold a saucer when you're having a cup of tea because you have the tea with the right hand. And
Yes.
if you're carrying books or, it has made me very aware of how important the thumb is on the left hand also. We always say, thank God it's the right hand, but no, this is the left hand also. And the pain is just not going. Um,
Where is it? Here?
I'm very,
Base?
yes, you're right. No,
Huh?
no, no, where you did first.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So you know what it is.
No, I don't know.
Having to say in the matter while you're contributing.
Having no say in the matter.
Either ways.
Having a say in the matter.
Work on that. You know what to work on.
No, I don't know. I have been trying. I've read your crystalline book, and this part is not in the book.
This is being the boss chakra. Just a sec.
It's even on the side. It's a nerve sort of pull. I'll
Yeah.
show you.
Uh-huh. I'm just looking at the app and telling you.
It's even on the side. You know the end of the nail, if you go right down to the wrist?
Here?
Nay. I don't know how to show you. Can you see my hand? No, you can't see, no?
No, show me the hand. I can see your face right now.
Can you see the hand?
हाँ, थोड़ा सा दूर रखो. Touch the finger. So
I
I
hold it. No, here.
And now
here. Here.
Oh, okay. Here. This
See, if you turn at the back where the where the nail ends, and it goes down to the wrist. This. So when you move it, this area pains.
Okay.
And the pain shoots down to this side also. It's very unusual. At night, of course, it doesn't pain because I'm not using the finger, the thumb. But otherwise, suddenly when you turn to pick up a book or to pick up a glass with the left hand, you realize, especially in cooking, you hold the vessel with the left hand and pour into a dish with the right hand. And I can't pick up the vessel now because the thumb takes the weight. I mean, you don't realize all this.
Based on our conversation earlier, which I still remember.
I also remember it.
Do R5 for your association of pain with growth first, okay?
Yes.
And here
I R5, my association of pain with growth.
Yes, and I'm getting left assertion chakra. Hutoksi, be okay. You need to be assertive. Ask questions. Show surprise or raise eyebrows. You have your opinion, curiosity to know more, need to explore, react, respond, judge, or criticize at times. Do not always curtail yourself out of fear of offending others. Your fear may prove right. On the other hand, when you feel right about what you are doing, others will take it in their stride.
Thank you. So what would be the affirmation?
I have total grip over my expression.
Thank
I
you so much.
express with total grip. But
I
before
have
that,
total grip with my expression.
I express with full grip. It's a grip which is a problem. Being,
Yes,
yeah. So I express, I have a grip over my expression. Or I
I
express with grip.
express.
You make your own affirmation: grip, express, assert.
All right.
Hmm?
I assert myself.
Hmm.
I assert and express myself with firm grip.
Awesome. Okay, but also
Yes,
work with R5, Association
yes.
of Pain with Growth. All right.
Haji, thank you very much.
Okay, so that's,
I'm, and God bless you.
thank you so much. My deepest blessings. Life's been beautiful. Thank you.
Yes, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful.
Thank you so much. So, my apologies for not being able to accommodate everyone. I think I was yapping a lot today and went on for a very long time. So, a little lesser time for the healing, but I am truly grateful for all people who volunteered and give me a chance to demonstrate how the body can, consciousness can guide you to heal yourself well. And it's just a click away. The way I did it, you also play around with the app, download Radical app, use the first page, first icon, click over here, be very clear related to your question, put your name, whatever's name, say Akash. Okay, click on the next, go to the drop down, take the very first one, unless a particular number is attracting you, but go for the first one and open up, let it load, and you will get your message. And that will give you a clue as to what you need to heal in you. And you can help yourself. Let me know. Watching this program every week, you will get a fairly good understanding about yourself and your healing. Now here for Akash, probably it is CR18, transparency chakra, and the details are there. The keywords are there. You can use these keywords to design your own affirmation. Okay, so design your affirmations and see if the affirmations are right, your body will respond immediately, especially when there are functional pains. If there are structural pains, for example, fractures or strictures or tumors, that takes a little longer time. Osteoarthritis takes a little longer time, but your body does respond in some or the other way. You start feeling some energy flow in the local part, and you know that you've hit upon the right thought. Keep being in a positive mind frame to have a very positive life, and how to recognize which thought is not really working well for you. The app will help you there. So initially just play around, you don't have to be so serious. It's a lot of fun, and you'll get a lot of awareness about yourself. Even if you have no problems, no pains, just go through this app and you will get your daily message for you. If you have a question, you can also find answers. This is what I will explain to you next time in the next session, that how to get answers and clue through this app, right? So for the time being, we have 5 minutes. Let's close our eyes and be in a meditative space and say goodbye to 2020. So are we ready for that? Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. breathe in a lot of positive energy. And breathe out all restrictive feelings and emotions. Imagine you are standing on a clear, empty road. You're right in the center of the road, and in front of you, you have the year 2021, and behind you, you have the year 2020. Turn your back. Look at the year 2020 and tell the year 2020, I see you, I feel you, I acknowledge you, I lovingly accept you, I honor you, I honor the brilliance in you. You are me, and I'm you. I see you, I feel you, I acknowledge you, I love and accept you, I honor you, I honor your brilliance. You're me, and I'm you. I see you, I feel you, I acknowledge you, I love and accept you, I honor you, I honor the brilliance in you. You're me, and I'm you. Say thank you for everything you got during the year 2020. Bid farewell and say goodbye. Turn around and joyously take your first step towards the year 2021. Feeling happy, hopeful, and full of optimism. May you embrace every minute, every hour, every day, every month, and every possibilities and every seasons of year 2021. Wish you an amazing year ahead. Thank you for joining me. See you next Thursday. Bye-bye. Thank you, Mamta, for holding the fort.
Thank you, Aatmn. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Lovely.
Atman. Thank you, everyone. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, Atman.
Thank you, Atman.
Thank you
Happy
so
New
much,
Year. Thank you.
Atman.
God
Happy
bless.
New Year
Thank
to
you.
all of
Bye.
you.
Thank you,
Happy
Atman.
New Year to everybody.